hurdled a man last week, and he trucked a man for a touchdown this week. What's up, everyone? KJ3 here, and week 2 had us traveling down to Tampa, facing off against South Florida, came away with the 42-20 victory, and do not let anyone fool you. We 100% have a quarterback controversy, so without further ado, let's get to it. Now, before we start talking about quarterbacks, gotta mention for the fact that our run game is still solid, still number 1 in the NCAA at 763 yards, 8.5 yards per rush. That's amazing. O-line still blocking very well. Even number 5'6", Gene DeLance. I did not say his name during the stream, so it's still my 1 per week. But yes, even number 5'6" is stepping up and playing better. He may even earn his name back coming up. But quarterbacks. Yes, there is a controversy. It's glaringly apparent after the second week. Emory Jones just is struggling to find that short-term memory that quarterbacks, especially in the SEC, need to have. You have to be able to shake off the last play. And so far, number 5, EJ, he's just not doing that. He is letting that first mistake snowball until eventually he's battling an avalanche out there. Like, you can't be doing that, especially with Alabama coming up and getting into our SEC schedule beginning next week. Can't be doing that. Like, both interceptions, it was a 5-man set, 3 down linemen, and he threw it straight to the flat instead of even looking for the check down for a quarterback draw, which would have gotten the first down on the first interception against South Florida. And the second one, he had Trent Whittemore going across the field and just did not throw it to him when he was open. He threw it to him when he was covered, and it ended up being a pick. Things that you cannot do, kind of mirror of the interceptions he had in week 1. Just got to play better. But for the backup, Anthony Richardson, oh my goodness. Like, did y'all see the fact that he trucked a man and ran on that 80-yard touchdown that he eventually got hurt on? Like, he hurdled a man last week, and he trucked a man for a touchdown this week. I've seen all I need to see. He definitely needs to get better at reading the defense pre-snap. That is the one thing that I see that Emory Jones is better at than Richardson right now. As soon as AR starts learning that, expect him to be your starter going forward, because he is 9th in the NCAA in rushing right now as our backup quarterback with 11 carries, 275 yards through the first 2 weeks. Like, that's way too good to only be out there for 7 snaps in a game like he was for South Florida. Need to play AR more. And Jacob Copeland, this was kind of his coming out party for this week. He only had 1 catch, 15 yards last week. But this week, 5 receptions, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns, man. This man was not lying when he said in preseason camp that he is one of, if not the best wide receiver in NCAA. Last week proved it. Let's see if that's something that he will continue to do moving forward. And then Zachary Carter had 2.5 tackles for loss to go on top of his 3 sacks he had last week. Man stepping up. Man's playing. I said last week we're expecting a big year from him. We really are. He is our best D lineman going forward after the first 2 weeks. And then Kahir Elam had a pick in press coverage, looked at the quarterback, saw where he was throwing the ball, went to where the ball was going to be, got that INT. Big thing from him moving forward. Last year's first team All SEC, and this year he's trying to hold that title down again. Anyways, those are the 4 takeaways from week 2. Go ahead and hit this like button if you haven't. Subscribe, ring the bell, so that way you know when my videos are coming out this week. Coming out with what to watch for in a couple days for Alabama game. And yeah, 3:30 CBS on this channel. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be a great game. We're going to need all the support we can. Go Gators. KJ3 signing off.